what up? Rob here of Cool Things with Rob, a YouTube channel where we look at cool things. In this episode, we're going to check out a wacky piece of mechanical nostalgia, a 1957 miniature zoo train that ran in the Birmingham Zoo between the years of 1957 and 1976. With the possible exception of the monkey house, the zoo train was, to me, the coolest thing at the zoo. I remember waiting until the train went into a long, dark tunnel, and every kid would start screaming really loud. Or was it just me screaming solo, followed by an awkward silence as every other kid stared at me? Anywho, although there were several companies and styles and sizes of these miniature trains operating all over the country, the one we're going to be looking at today was built by the Miniature Train Company located in Rensselaer, Indiana. With permission from General Motors, the MTC built their trains based on the streamlined diesel locomotive designs of the electromotive division of GM. Of the 240 train sets that Miniature Train Company built, it's estimated there are about 70 remaining, 50 of which are still operational. The one we're going to see today is currently operating at the Southeastern Railway Museum in Duluth, Georgia. The Southeastern Railway Museum is an amazing place and is located just outside of Atlanta. And even more amazing is the fact that it's run almost completely by volunteers. And it operates for the most part with donations only. Let's meet one of those volunteers now.
This train was born 1957. It served at the Birmingham Zoo for several years until they took it out of service. A private family, the Blacks, purchased it and did some restoration work on it and operated it for a while. And then eventually they donated it to the museum. And it was in pretty tough shape, a lot of rust. It was just really in really bad shape and required a full restoration, which the museum, upon receiving it, took under a wing, laid 1,600 feet of track out there, and so now it's in operation today. It's substantially original. We operate one locomotive, number 900, with 2 cars. It was originally 4 cars, but 2 is what we've got, and it seems to be working okay for us. This is the original motor.
And it is a Wisconsin 4-cylinder.
Air-cooled 4-cylinder.
Wow.
Serial number VF4D, that built especially, the setup is especially for the MTC trains. So this train here is locomotive number 900. We have the sister unit down in our shop. It's number 902. We have more cars. We have another engine. The 902, which is not in service, is completely torn apart. Some restoration work has been done. It's basically in primer brown right now. We're not anywhere close to putting it back in service.
This is our second Miniature Train Company G16 locomotive that we're restoring, hopefully to operation here.
Okay, and that's the engine compartment right there.
Right, this is the engine compartment. The engine is up there on the table, and this is the engineer's compartment.
Okay, and obviously
the nose piece in another part of the shop. The trucks for the passenger cars are all against the wall.
Okay.
How we pull off it? This is not an original motor, I'm told. This is a diesel. And we're looking at installing this simply because it's going to be much more efficient and inexpensive to run.
This is as opposed to the Kohler that's...
Wisconsin, I'm told. I think.
Oh, the Wisconsin.
Yeah, the original Wisconsin motor and the one that we're running now.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Wow. So then I decided it was my turn to take a ride on this train.
I think we're going to be the only ones on the train.
Well, I think you'll agree that was pretty damn cool. Assuming you do agree, which I will take the liberty of doing, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks so much to my good friend and fan of this channel, Greg Wells, who worked with me to get amazing access to the zoo train and all of the amazing railroad history at the Southeastern Railway Museum. If you haven't been to the Southeastern Railway Museum, go. This museum has the real big stuff too. Real vintage locomotives and train cars of all sorts. It's also got some historic buses, vintage cars, and all kinds of crazy cool stuff you never even knew existed. It's a hands-on museum where you can walk around, climb into the exhibits, and touch things. You can even go for a train ride. Another cool aspect of the museum is that nearly everyone who works there is doing it out of the pure love for keeping these amazing trains running and their history alive. I mean, these guys here are learning to pack grease into this locomotive's trucks. You just don't do that kind of work unless you really have a dedication to keeping these trains alive. So as always, I may be totally uncool myself, but I know a cool thing when I see one. Now get the hell out there and find something cool.